Welcome, otakus. It's I, Super Otaku, coming to you very late night. Um, Talk about this upcoming update and just some of the stuff that they dropped. They did another intro to the T2 ISO-8 yesterday. Slacking a bit yesterday, so I didn't make a video. So I'm gonna combine um, talking about this really fast and then going into Phyla-Vell's kit, and then also just talking about how Phyla-Vell fits in there and a little bit of the I was gonna say Black Order, but Infinity Watch, because Infinity Watch is definitely going to be like the Black Order of last year, where they're going to be this very dominant team. You're going to want them for everything. And I think they're a lot cooler than Black Order, to be honest. There's more characters on there that are more, I find more likable. So I'm way more interested, and I want to invest more into this team. Just due to the fact that so I like the characters more for this team than as for Black Order, where I didn't have too much excitement, and I was a bit more disappointed because it looks like Infinity Watch is going to be like, arena meta, war meta, just meta everywhere. Whereas with Black Order, I was more disappointed because I really just didn't care for the team. It was cool what they were doing, but I just didn't care for it. So I never fully invested in the team. I definitely made them strong and everything, but this team to me has way more excitement, more cool features to the team, and I like that you can break them up and they can still bring a lot to the game as pairs and individuals to the game. Whereas I feel a lot of the Black Order, they pretty much, obviously, they work best with the complete team, but when you take Thanos out of that team, he's not empowered. He doesn't even have a chance to become empowered. And Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight, they just weren't like a power duo compared to how Gamora and Nebula will be, and maybe not even as strong as Moondragon and Phyla-Vell. I like how there's two good pairs. Then you can, if you add Adam Warlock to any of those pairs, they become a nice little good, triplet. It's just a trio. That's triplet, but a trio. I just really, really like what they did to this team. You can tell they put a lot of work in this team and a lot of thought. And they didn't just think about how to make this like an ultimate team. They thought about how those characters can add to the game as a trio, as a single, as a pair, even as four, and you could put in another character. I just really think they thought of this team, and that's why I'm excited for them. So outside of that long introduction, I really want to just dive into this ISO-8 T2 really quick. So I'm skip the first one. First paragraph. To unlock the power of T2 ISO-8, a level 75 character will need to equip T1 green ISO-8 level 5 crystals in each of the 5 slots of the T1 level 5 class to upgrade the matrix. It will cost 10,000 T1 ions in order to upgrade. When you upgrade the matrix, the equipped T1 crystals will be consumed, but their stat bonuses will remain. Each individual class must be at T1 level 5 in order to be upgraded to T2. Upon equipping T2 crystals and upgrading the classes, T2 ISO-8 will grant certain stat increases in each class, will have more significant increases to specific stats. T2 ISO-8 also grants new bonuses to each class, which will add another level to your attacks. Here's an overview of the level 3 updates for each class. So Striker, when an enemy has at least 2 vulnerables, strikers will deal additional damage based on their max health to that enemy, increasing the striker's potency. The damage bypasses armor and barrier. So it's really good. Fortifier gains several bonuses with T2 ISO-8 to further protect the character. On turn, Fortifier gains minor defense up. Fortifier will also gain barrier on spawn based on their max health. In addition to healer, in addition to increasing the strength of active healing, healers receive 2 additional effects with T2 ISO-8 on attack. If a healer's target has vulnerable, they'll clear a bleed/minor bleed from the ally with the lowest health. And at T2 level 3, healers will start applying regeneration instead of minor generation. That's really good. Skirmishers not only complement the Strikers update, but get a couple of other bonuses as well. T2 ISO-8 Skirmishers will apply 2 vulnerables with their attacks, and they'll gain extra focus for their clear. And lastly, Skirmishers gain a damage boost to their assist. Really cool. And then Raider, on active ability hits, they'll have a chance to bonus attack on each enemy hit for piercing damage. Really cool. And then where to get T2 ISO-8. The main source of T2 ISO-8 resources will be the updated Doom 1 raid rewards. After reaching a completion of 30% or higher, you'll earn the new T2 ISO-8 credits, which are comparable to purple gear credits, and that they'll open your choice of new roll orbs. These roll orbs will reward 2 crystals for the specified roll in the center pillar, 1 for another random roll in the left pillar, and T2 level 1 ions in the right pillar. Rounding out the new orbs will be the basic T2 ISO-8 orb, which is similar to the T1 counterpart. There will also be some offers for T2 ISO-8, so players can jump right in, but there will be limit quantities to the amount that can be purchased. At launch, you'll be able to upgrade to level 3, and we'll be able to upgrade to level 4 and 5 in the future. And then we look forward to seeing the creative ways the community utilizes T2 ISO-8, and as always, we welcome your feedback. I definitely like what they're adding to each class. The one thing that really stuck out to me about this was they talked not about any kind of economy increase to T1 ISO-8s. So it looks like, as for now, we are just going to be getting those, the regular green ISOs how we have been. I really was expecting them mention some kind of boost, or maybe that we'll get some T1 ISO-8 rewards in Doom Raid, or maybe even Ultimate 7. Hopefully they just forgot to mention this, or we will see there's some kind of increase in the economy. But this did start to get me worried a little bit about the Doom Raid requirements, but I also think they are trying to slow the in-game down a bit, meaning they don't want everybody that's at the end game or like that's very high just blowing through this, getting to the highest Doom Raid really fast. I think they really want to slow it down, let some of the newer players kind of catch up, and just give something for the in-game players to kind of work towards. That's what I'm thinking that they're trying to do, and because I do think some alliances will just be getting 30% on Doom Raids for a little bit, maybe even the first month. But I don't think that people will have to go back to U7. And I say this because they announced this almost 2 weeks now, that they were going to have these new requirements for Doom Raids. So if you were in Doom Raids, and if you were active Alliance mate, or you're like a leader or captain, and if you didn't mention, hey, we need to start strategizing on how we will get over 30%, how we will start going for 60%, 100%, I just feel that's really bad on a person in that alliance that has that role, because that's something you could have been talking about for the past 2 weeks. You could have had certain people going after skill, after bio, after mutant tech, and mystic, of getting to level 4 and starting work towards level 5. So I don't have too much sympathy because we did have a bit of a warning, and you had that chance to start adapting. So I still don't get the feedback of the Doom Raid because there was time. Now, granted, it might not have been enough time, ample time. Yeah, maybe another week or two added on so that people could really push to do it. But once again, I think they are trying to slow that in game down. In game, you know, push of them just clearing everything and giving them a little bit more to work towards. So I think that might be their goal, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how people react. If it really does hamper people in Doom Raid, I'm not in there. My alliance is not in there, but I do think by the end of the summer we will be looking at Doom Raid. And you know, I already have started talking to my alliance about how we need to start leveling our characters and picking lanes. So just something that if you're alliance and you haven't thought of this for whatever reason, now's the time. Start having those conversations. So next, I hope that was fast. But now we're gonna go over to Phyla-Vell because she is awesome. I really like this character. She was definitely between. She got my attention in Annihilation, and then when she became a Guardian of the Galaxy, she really gained my attention. When she got the Nega Band, she got my attention. I just found her to be a very cool character. I like how she got the sword, the quantum sword. She becomes like an avatar of death. I'm not too sure about this form. I don't remember her getting it while I was reading her. Now, I also, spoiler alert, while she was the Avatar of Death, she did die. They tricked her in thinking that, I believe she was, I think that they tricked her thinking she was reviving Adam Warlock. Or I forget who they were tricking her to say, hey, we need you to revive this person. And when she cuts the cocoon open, it is Thanos. And Thanos is mad that he's brought back to life because he was happy with death. So he eye beams her instantly to death, to ash. And it was pretty cool. And, you know, I wasn't, and the really cool thing was you were not expecting it. So it was a good just draw drop in, like, oh crap, Thanos and bye bye Phyla. So, but I mean that doesn't make me like her more. But I just really liked her character up until that point, because she was just a really cool character on the fact that and I really should get into this more when they release her. But I'm talking about now because yeah, and you know she got the Nega Bands and she was feeling like she had to fill this role that her father and brother before her had as Captain Marvel. And you know she would always go to Moondragon and some of the characters I too believe, and just talk about how she ever, you know, she wasn't sure if she'd be trying to live up to what they were doing, being her own person. So she was just this real cool character that was trying to find herself and find her place in the legacy of the Vels. And it was just cool. It was just cool seeing how she wielded the Nega Band. It was just really. She was just interesting. I like characters that aren't just this happy-go-lucky, everything's going right, they always make the right decisions. I like conflicted characters, and she was a great one, and she was cool. She was powerful. There was just so much going on with her. I really liked her, and I really liked how they brought that power to this. So we're going to first go to... I didn't check this. Just so this is clear. And I got the picture you see. And I made this. She comes out. I mean, her kit's going to be able in game tomorrow. So I'm not going to post this anywhere. I just did so I can make this video and make it a little easier to do this. Now, I did grab this off of Goofy Rexy's video where he broke down her kit. And I will be putting his link, sorry. I'll be putting Goofy Rexy's link in here. I also watched Valley Flying's video, so I saw his breakdown on her also. I'll be putting both of their links in here because that is my source where I got this information, and I just want to. I mean, I'm pretty sure 5 people are going to watch this, but I at least want to give credit to where I got this information. So, Avatar of Oblivion, passive. On spawn, apply defensive up for 2 turns to self and all Infinity Watch allies. This is really cool because, one, everybody's getting defensive up when they spawn, okay? Defensive up, then immunity plus safeguard, like soon as everybody touches down, like boom, touches down, everybody is getting this, like just on spawn. So they're already, you can't get rid of them. You can't get rid of the defense up or the immunity. So you can't put, you cannot put any negative effects on them before their first turn, and you are going to do little, not a lot of damage to them before their first turn. So just off the rip, they're going to be very hard to take out instantly. And you can't remove them because the safeguard is just, right then and there, they're already set up to be very strong. When this character or any Infinity Watch ally drops below 50% max health, apply 2 death proof to that character. So another thing to remember, every time an Infinity Watch gets death proof while Adam Warlock is on the team, they also get a safeguard. So whatever also positive effects they have on them, that safeguard's gonna safeguard all that. And so they got 2 death proofs and then safeguard. So they're safe. They're safe. And it's really good. And another thing is, I believe when here, let's check this. I also pulled up. So when this is Moondragon, when this character or any Infinity Watch ally drops below 50% health, apply 1 defensive help and plus 1 deflect to that ally. So now when they go below 50%, let me get into that right after this next line. While this character has death proof, gain plus 50% drain. While any Infinity Watch ally has death proof, that ally gains plus 50% drain. So they drop. We're gonna run this scenario of them dropping below 50%. They get 2 death proof, they get a defensive up, and they get a deflect, and they get safeguard. So all those positive effects are safeguarded. Now, let's just say they're at 40%. On their next attack, they are getting 50% drain. So they're going to go back over 50% health, most likely. So that way, if you get them back under 50% again, they are going to get all that applied again. Death proof. Defensive up, deflect again. While Moondragon can heal. Plus, they have drain as long as those death proofs are still on them. And so, anytime they get death proof, they're going to get a safeguard. Very strong. And as long as they have those death proofs, they're working their way back up to full health. And Moondragon is healing them. So, they are just a powerhouse. Super sustainability. The thing that has me more excited is the team that is going to be able to take this team out, because they're going to have to bring a lot of heat, and I can't wait to see what that team is going to look like. So then, to keep on going, her passive, gain plus 30 damage, then Infinity Watch allies gain plus 30 damage, and then lower enemy crit chance by 15% while this character does not have ability block. Once again, it's going to be hard to stick those ability blocks because at least on the first turn, she's going to have on spawn, she's going to have safeguard, immunity, and defensive up. So characters like Baron Zemo, X-23, who all go fast and early, that might go before them, they won't be able to stick those ability blocks on her. She's going to be lowering their crit chance down 15%. She just adds so much to the team, and it's really cool. And now one thing I did skip over is her traits. She's Hero Cosmic, Bio Protector, Infinity Watch, Quantum Guard. I was really shocked by Protector just because of the character she is. I was thinking Blaster or Brawler, but it looks like they gave her this a lot of Protector stuff, but they like mixed in Blaster or Brawler because she won her off her damage is very high, and plus she's adding 30% damage, so she's gonna be damaging. If you watch the videos in the links that I provide, they do show video when she hits people. It's hard. Their energy goes down. Between her and Gamora, when they hit somebody, they are almost at death. It is insanely cool. Marvelous Finish is her ultimate. Energy cost 4 of 6. So she'll most likely be doing this like on her second turn, which is really cool because she attacks the primary target for 600% damage plus 25% piercing plus apply offensive down. Apply defensive up for 2 turns plus offensive up for 2 turns to all Infinity Watch allies. If primary target has any positive effects, apply 2 death proof to all Infinity Watch allies. Now this is really cool because most likely after the first 2 turns, those defensive ups that she had will be gone. So she's reapplying 2 new defensive ups. So the first 4 turns, this team is going to have defensive up. And then what is also cool is that if she attacks somebody with a positive effect, she's going to slap on 2 death proofs. So when she slaps up on those 2 death proofs, they get safeguard, and she's also getting offensive up on this turn. So they get defensive up and offensive up for 2 turns, plus death proof, plus safeguard. So you can't even get those offensive ups on. And then you got to remember, Moondragon does have a move that can place defensive down, and I believe it's on her second turn. So after her and Moondragon go on their second turn, teams are going to be getting hit with defensive down on, plus they're going to have defensive up. Gamora and her are just going to be erasing people off the screen. It's just going to be nuts. They made them so strong that it's cool. Like, I really like it. And I'm really pushing to get all these characters and Adam Warlock this month. So if you're not, you're just like, oh, I'm just going to wait. I mean, you'll see lots of videos, but this team looks really cool, and I can't wait to get my hands on them. Quantum Cutter is their special. Energy 5 of 5. Clear all negative effects from self and all Infinity Watch allies. Clear 2 random negative effects from all other allies. I really like this because it gives her a place outside of the team, because she can clear 2 random negative effects off of other allies. So she's going to be somebody that you want to bring in to PvP modes, or you can mix and match. I really like that they gave her something like that. And then she also barriers self and all allies for 10% of this character's max health. If Adam Warlock is an ally, barrier self and all Infinity Watch allies for additional 10% of this character's max health. Then attack primary adjacent targets for 350% damage plus 25% piercing. I just love this because this is where I wish more characters had things like it. You give half to everybody, and then when she's on the team, they get another half to make it stronger. I just love that they did that, and I just think it makes her just that much more of a cool character. And then her basic is Meteoric Slash. Attack primary target for 300% damage, plus apply offensive down for 2 turns. Chain to one target within 2 spaces of previous target for 300% damage, plus apply offensive down. If Moondragon is an ally, this attack cannot be countered. Really cool because if you hit a character that has no one adjacent to him, you're always going to get 2 characters for the most part, unless they are too far away. So it's just really cool, really thought out characters, and she's just gonna be a beast. It looks like she's just gonna be a 2-star character, and she also has this Quantum Guard trait, and I'm just wondering if that is most likely for the darn it. Most likely for the event that will be coming, character event coming next update. But it would be really cool if this was a second tag, and they brought a quantum team, say like her, Mar-Vell, Genis-Vell, Quasar. Just saying, really would be cool. I doubt it. I think it's just the event. But seeing, bring so many cool cosmic characters. I would love to see Quasar. I would love to see Mar-Vell. Never really read Genis-Vell, but I would like to see Genis-Vell also. So just some cool characters that could be down the road, just in case that Quantum Guard is a second tag for another team. Just would be really cool. And so Phyla-Vell, very strong character. One more very strong character added to the Infinity Watch. This team is going to be great. Each character I feel brings so much to the team. Not to the team, but to the game. I think they're going to be good solo characters. And like I said, I think they will be good in duos and trios and even just a foursome. They're going to be a good team. Even I think if you don't get Adam Warlock, I think they're still going to be a very formidable team. But I think Adam Warlock is just going to put them over the top. So I really look forward to see in the upcoming months what everybody does with these characters, how everybody reacts depending on like how many stars they get for each character, and I'm just very interested to see how this new characters and team shapes the game, because I think they've really put a lot of effort into it, and I think it's gonna do way more for the game than the Black Order did. But that was my long, fast version of this, because I'm pretty sure that took a while. And I hope everybody likes the video. If you did, subscribe, hit a like, do all that good stuff, and always follow me on Twitter. And that's it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I hope you had a great weekend. And peace out.